Can you start by walking me through both of your touchdown receptions and kind of how you found yourself as open as you did?
Yeah, the first one was just a double move out and up. We watched a film that week that these guys they like to jump routes, so we figured out and up to the field. He ended up biting on it. Luke threw a great ball. We connected on it. So that was that. And then the other one was just a fake block for a screen to Hank, and then release up the sideline. They bit on that one again. It was open. Luke threw a great ball again. So we just executed.
And then maybe a not so fun, but your vantage point on the overturn catch.
Yeah.
I mean, did you think you had that, or what?
Yeah, I thought I did. Usually, if there's any indecision about it, we try to line up, run a play, but I thought I had it, but we can't control that type of stuff. They overruled it. That is what it is. Play the next play. So.
How far do you feel like your connection with Luke has come since even the season opener?
Yeah, growing every day, practice, whatever it is, getting on the same page with stuff like that. And I think it's showing more towards the end of the season, obviously, but, just every day we're trying to work on it.
You guys talk a lot about having a perfect November. Is that part of the, sounds like that's some of the coaches kind of talk about it?
Yeah, November to remember.
Right.
Just trying to, win out of November. All these games are big games for us, and, just trying to play our best ball at the end of the season.
What's it do for the offense when you guys are running the ball like you have, and particularly the last 2 weeks?
Oh yeah, run game opens up the pass game. All of it's connected. When we got really good guys at running back, and we're running the ball like that, and O-line's blocking it up, and they're doing their thing. It opens up everything for the wideout. So it's been great for us.
What sort of freedom do you feel like you guys can play with on offense when your defense is playing as good as it did today?
Oh yeah. Shout out those guys. We didn't start off how we wanted to, just self-inflicted stuff. But they're getting stops out there. We gotta, play complementary football with them. So, but yeah, it makes it a lot easier when they're making stops, doing what they're doing.
What has been your process in building that chemistry with Luke? And I think everybody probably would want it in August, but like, what's been your process in getting to that point now?
Yeah, getting better with the offense, getting more comfortable with him, where he wants me on, little details, just in and out through the offense. Just trying to get on the same page with him week in and week out.
Back to back, like 2 big performances from you in a row. Like, what's kind of been working for you out there?
Yeah, just trying to stay consistent. I don't think, I've done anything different or done anything special. I've just, stayed true to myself, and, I know what I'm capable of, and, Luke's hooked me up on a few good balls, and, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Have you had to be patient? We're seeing it a lot now, but I know you caught a lot of footballs last year, and it wasn't right away this year. Has it taken patience?
Yeah, a little bit of patience, just getting, I got to be better within through the offense, and getting better with the offense and get more on the same page with Luke. But just got to be patient. My time will come, and it's been showing up a little bit towards the end of the year.
What are the emotions associated with that now that it's showing up out
Oh yeah,
there?
I'm definitely grateful. I've always known I could make those type of plays and do what I'm doing right now. But sometimes you just got to be patient, let the ball come to you, don't press, and that's it.
Are you soaking in this time with your brother?
Oh yeah, for sure. Awesome. Having him on the sideline, I come off, make a play like that, and he's the first to be there, greet me. It's awesome.
Well, it's the 2 most open touchdowns you've caught in a while, or?
Yeah, probably definitely.
Since here, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And a great ball placement. I'm just out there by myself. Luke puts it on me, doesn't overthink it, do anything extra, and great plays.
You've been asked this already, but what is it taking to get to this point?
Yeah, just a lot of work, practice day in, day out, meetings, trying to get on the same page with Luke, trying to get right with this offense, and, just every day we're trying to get better.
What was the most challenging part of getting on the same page?
Just communication stuff, it's a new offense for me, just, it's little details, I might know the route, but he might want it, a little, bend it this way a little bit more, or, come down a little bit more towards that, just little details throughout the stuff to just get on the same page with him.
What's it tell you about with this team? The offense has done a lot of heavy lifting in most of the season. What's it tell you about this team where they can maybe not play the sharpest offensive game and still come out with a win?
We got, all the faith in the world in defense. Every game we're trying to do our best on offense. Defense is trying to do their best. We don't ever, go back and forth about who needs to play better, whatever. We're worried about the offense, defense worried about defense, special team worried about special teams. And if we all play how we can play, then, it's usually pretty good.
I know today was 2 touchdowns. This was the biggest game. But it seems like you've been making pretty big catches over the last month or so. Like, what weight did it start clicking, like, where you felt comfortable in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a certain week. I think it's just, built over time, week in and week out, through practice, practice how you play. And I think through practice has been how it's helped me the most, just, getting better, get more on track with everyone. So I think that.
Did you feel in those weeks that it was close? Like watching it felt like you and Luke were very close to taking off. I'm curious if you felt that and what that like to feel that emotion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, every week we're trying to work, trying to get better, but it's showing up towards the end of the year. But again, I just had to stay patient.
What do you make